All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to Guédelon, the castle that is being built like it's the year 1228. Like, jump in and see what's going
In
on.
the world is still unfolding in France, and it keeps drawing curious visitors from everywhere. Imagine this, a real medieval castle being built in the 21st century, but as if it were the year 1228. That's Guédelon, a project built around one simple question. How did people actually build a castle in the Middle Ages?
Yeah.
To find the real answer, a team of historians, archaeologists, craftspeople, and enthusiasts decide to do something bold. Build a castle from scratch, using the same methods people used centuries ago.
Wow, that's going to tell forever. It's going to take forever for this. Wow. Man, love
The idea grew up
the
when a castle
medieval
restorer named
songs.
Michel Guillot hired two specialists
The
to
folky songs.
evaluate whether it was worth restoring a nearby old castle. In their final report, they conclude that the ruins had been built on top of the older foundations of another castle. And they even sketched what the original structure might have looked like if it had been completed.
Oh.
Then,
Nice.
in a footnote, they wrote a line that changed everything. Rebuild the Chateau de Saint-Fargeau would be an incredible project. That sentence stuck in Michel Guillot's mind. Instead of restoring Saint-Fargeau, he made a bigger decision. Start building an authentic medieval castle, completely from the ground up. To do that, they chose and purchased a site where they could easily access the essentials: stone, clay,
Ah.
trees, and water.
Okay.
The project began in 1997, starting with clearing the land and hiring the first workers. From the very beginning, the goal was to go beyond books and theories. The people behind Guédelon wanted to experience the same challenges medieval builders faced in real life. So, everything had to be done in the old way. No modern machines, no power tools. Over time, Guédelon became a living test lab, where learning happens through doing, making mistakes, trying again, and improving. At first, the project split opinions. Some people thought it was incredible. Others thought it was completely insane.
Yeah.
But the very next year, the site opened to the public, and it was
Wow.
an instant hit. In the first year alone, around 50,000 people came to see this unusual construction with their own eyes. But the
Wow.
experience felt like a real time travel moment.
Wow.
To keep the site supplied with the right materials, they also had to build dozens of support workshops, depending on whatever stage came next. First came the stone cutting yard. The following year, the carpentry shop. Then the forge.
And I guess there you probably have like coffee shops and stuff like that, restaurants where people can eat while just watching this unfold.
The mortar workshop, and so on. Right next to the castle, in the
Just a
park,
little dog.
blocks of stone are extracted by hand, using tools forged in the castle own blacksmith shop.
Damn, man.
Every stone is carefully shaped to fit into the walls.
Wow.
And instead of modern cement, they use a lime mortar made from lime, sand, and water, produced right there on site. The lime itself comes from firing limestone in a rust kiln. Once it's ready, it's mixed with sand and water to create the binding material that holds the stones together and
Huh.
covers parts of the walls.
What? Wow.
The wood used in construction is also worked completely by hand.
Wow. It's just a
Trees are cut
fascination.
directly from the forest.
Humans have two fascination when it comes down to time, knowing about the future and living in the past. It's just something that humans have, especially Europeans. They have this fascination of how to predict the future and how the past was. Like it's weird. It's a weird way of thinking, of seeing things, I will say.
Then carpenters turned them into beams. The wooden structures are assembled using traditional joinery, wooden pegs, and fitted connections, or with handmade nails forged on site. The main roofs are covered with tiles made from local clay.
Mm.
The process involves hand molding,
Wow.
sun drying, and firing in kilns.
Yo, the
The
music is
result
fire.
is a set of tiles that aren't
Oh.
perfectly identical. Each one is slightly different, but it only makes the castle look even more authentic and rustic.
Yeah.
In other areas, especially the support buildings, many roofs are made from wooden shingles, which gives the entire site an unmistakably medieval feel.
Wow. Wow.
Inside, there's a large courtyard where people and animals move through the space, and a great hall that would have been the heart of the castle.
Wow.
800 years ago, places like this were where meals were shared and major moments happened, built around a large table and a central fireplace. The high, thick walls protect the entire complex, while the towers offer a commanding view of the surroundings. Narrow openings in the walls allow archers to defend the castle without fully exposing themselves.
Mm.
The project brings back many trades that nearly disappeared over time.
Wow.
Stonemasons, blacksmiths, carpenters, potters, and other craftspeople work every day to keep ancient knowledge alive.
You know what's crazy? This needs to be done in the United States. Project like this, we have land for this. Oh, we have a lot of land for this. This will be good for our kids, man, to just learn these type of um, you know, skills. And you can do this multi generation, right? You can do this multi generation projects.
Iron, for example, is shaped in traditional furnaces to create tools, hinges, and structural parts used throughout the castle.
Mm. Wow.
A basket weaver makes all kinds of baskets and straw utensils. The
Wow.
potter produces a wide range of ceramic containers and vessels. There are also weaving and tapestry area focused on working with wool. Each craft has its own dedicated space, and everyone knows exactly where to find what they need.
Mm.
Another detail that grabs everyone's attention is the tread wheel cranes used on the construction site. These cranes are made entirely of wood and run on human power. A worker walks inside a giant wheel, and as it turns, it lifts heavy loads, stone blocks, massive beams, and more. It's a simple but extremely effective system, and it was
Yep.
one of the main lifting tools used in the Middle Ages. Even the workers' meals follow historical references. Foods prepared in a simple way, using
Yep.
rustic utensils and recipes inspired by medieval cooking, based on the ingredients that would have been available at the time.
Wow. So this is a perfect experience for this.
There's also a water wheel powered mill where flour is made the old fashioned way.
What? Oh. Wow. That's how they do it.
From there, it goes straight to the kitchen, where bread is baked in clay ovens.
That's what the windmill is for. Or he's probably like a master.
Animals are part of the
Bread master.
experience too, and they play
Or
a real
baker
role
master,
in
what they
daily
call it?
work. Horses and donkeys are used mainly to transport materials, pulling carts loaded with stone, wood, and clay.
Clearly, the lifestyle was very slow back then. Very slow.
And beyond that,
I can say it was probably what working, so I work and you give me food kind of trade.
These and other animals help create a rural atmosphere that makes the site feel even more authentic. And of course, to complete the experience, the workers wear period-style clothing that matches the medieval setting. Since day one, year after year, Guédelon has slowly taken shape. The foundations, the rising walls, the treadwheel cranes,
Wow.
the towers, the great hall. Little by little, it
Little by
started to
little.
truly
Yeah.
look like a castle.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is that there isn't a strict completion deadline. The project moves at a human pace. Every stage demands patience and respect for the process. Some parts take months to finish, and that's not a problem. It's part of what makes the project real.
And I think that's way, way too fast, in my opinion. Yeah, that's way too fast because we have the knowledge, right? But I think this might take, and back then,
And
it
even
probably
though
take
it's
you
still
took
under
years, man.
construction, Guédelon is open to visitors. People can watch the craftspeople up close, see the tools in action, and
Wow,
understand what daily life was like around a major medieval building site.
wow. Yo, the music selection is perfect.
Around 300,000 people visit the castle every year, and in recent years the site has adopted a more developed tourism structure.
Of course,
Ticket sales, food, and souvenirs help fund the project,
of
which for a
course.
long time also receiving public funding.
Yeah, this is the best way to do it, man.
On top of that, many students and volunteers join the project to learn medieval trades firsthand and help keep these traditions alive.
Yeah, let's go. Always a good idea, man.
Over the years, Guédelon stopped being just an
Guédelon.
archaeology experiment and became one of the most impressive construction projects in the world.
Wow.
It's not only rebuilding a castle, it's bringing back an entire way of thinking, working, and living.
They should do more of these, man. Should do all over.
Right
All
now,
over.
out of the 6 towers planned for the final design, 2 are finished, so
Wow.
there is still a lot of work ahead. New
Wow.
techniques and improvements are constantly being developed, and that's a key part of what Guédelon is all about. Just like in the past, the construction moves slowly, respecting the time it takes to do everything carefully and accurately.
Yeah. Yo, the music
When it's
signature is so
finally
good.
complete, Guédelon won't just look like a medieval castle.
Wow.
It will be one, built in the way castles were truly made. It's a place where the past takes shape right in front of your eyes,
And keep
where
it the
every
structure.
detail tells a story of effort, knowledge, and
Wow.
dedication. And it reminds us that history isn't only something you study, it's something you can feel and experience through the work, one detail at a time. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed.
Great video, man. Great video. You know what? I think I would love United States just to get something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have castles over here, even though our country has almost like five well, the country before the country during the colony when the settlers came here. Um, you know, it's a long ass time. I mean, we're talking about the end of the 15th century, and you have what almost 500 years after that. So yeah, I think there's a possibility to do something like this. When the settlers came here, they didn't build stuff like this. Don't get me wrong, they didn't build the stuff. They built like very simple structures and just, you know, let's just get it all together and that's it. But this, a project like this, man, here in the United States and a lot of places around Europe, oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Friends, nice job, man. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you next one.